What is up? What's good and what's cracking, good people? YouTube land, it's your boy Gates McCoy. Yeah, he's at it again. The late night ninja. He's out on a score. He gets him a mega haul. This is my next installment of Retro Gaming Store Buys and Finds. Number fucking whatever, 40 something. Hundreds of games bought, hundreds of games purchased. Check out my playlist. I'll throw it in the description there. But I found myself at the retro gaming store I find myself at all the time, the one over here locally by me. They know me by face, they know me by sound, they know when I come in, they know I'm looking for the goods. I'm going to go from left to right on this game. And I'm going to go from left to right on this installment of Retro Gaming Store Buys and Finds. Makes it easy for me. There's going to be a lot of classics in here that you guys remember. You might not be able to see, but right here on the left is a Super Nintendo game called NBA Showdown. This was during the NBA Jam days when they were putting out that over-the-top basketball kind of tournament-style basketball game or arcade-style gaming. And NBA Showdown, I do not quite remember the game, but I know it's a tournament-style, over-the-top, arcade-style NBA game. I grabbed this on the cheap. It wasn't expensive. I was looking for more sports games that I don't have in my collection, so I seen it in the case and I grabbed it. Next up, we got Back to the Future. Crispy, clean, almost near mint. The label's nice. The case is nice. Everything's on point. All the pins inside on the cartridge look good. I did not play Back to the Future, but this thing was sitting in the case for $3. It could be dumb. It could be stupid, but for $3, adding it to my Nintendo collection, well worth it. I can't pass up a game for $3 that I don't have in my collection. Back to the Future was a cult classic movie from the 80s that we all remember. Marty McFly trying to stab out, doing 88, going back to the future, help his mama and his daddy. But yeah, but Back to the Future, $3, throw it in your collection, NES game, you can't go wrong. We're going to go right up top to the Nintendo game you see above the cool spot. Right up there at the top for the NES is California Games. California Games came out in the mid to early days of the Nintendo. It offered a multitude of things from surfing, skateboarding, maybe like beach volleyball. I think it even had something like that. And it was pretty cool. It was gnarly. Had good playability. I remember sitting with my friends across the street, grinding this thing out all the time, having a good time playing this game when this came out. Right here below that, we have Cool Spot in the case, manual game, the whole nine. I remember playing this. If you guys like platformers, if you guys like games like Aladdin and all the Disney games like Mickey Mouse and whatnot, Cool Spot falls in that same category as just an overall well-rounded, fun platformer to play. Cool Spot came from the 7-Up commercials. He was the little red spot on the can. So they turned a little red spot on the can into a game, and this came out this had to have come out probably around the early 90s. I'd guess somewhere around like 92, 93, something like that, and it was pretty cool. Right below that, following up Cool Spot, right here on the bottom is Championship Pro-Am. We all remember RC Pro-Am on the regular NES. It was kind of an overhead view, remote control car kind of style game, almost like super off-road and off-road. So I don't know what Championship Pro-Am is, but it was in the case for like $3 as well. So I grabbed it on a whim thinking that this is maybe, possibly a continuation of RC Pro-Am, but we're going to find out it's just going to be on the Genesis. Next up, to the right of all that is Iron Sword, NES, Nintendo. Iron Sword was a pretty cool game. I remember my older brother playing this, and I remember my older brother's friend and them sitting back playing this. I personally didn't play it. It was his game. I was the little brother that wasn't allowed to play the games. But I do remember my brother playing Iron Sword. So when I was in there, they had a couple copies, maybe like 3 copies of Iron Sword. They're not over the top expensive. I don't really remember how much it was. Maybe anywhere from like $5 to $6 to $7 roughly. But since I didn't have it in my collection, and I remember my bro playing it, and I know it does have good playability, and it's definitely an overlooked Nintendo game, I had to grab Iron Sword on the low. Last but not least, if you guys can look, if you can see with your eyes, I finally got me a copy of Final Fight on the Super Nintendo. Crispy label, Cartridge is awesome. Once again, the pins look good. They're clean. Looks like whoever had it took care of it. They didn't write on it. They didn't trash on it. It was in there for $10. I go to the retro gaming store all the time. I look for the Streets of Rage. I looked for any kind of platform side-scrolling fighter like that. I did not have Final Fight in my collection, but I got Final Fight now, fool. But for $10, rounding off the package, rounding off the whole lot, you can't beat Final Fight. Overall, this is my next installment of Retro Gaming Store Buys and Finds. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought this was a huge grab and haul. This is another good group of games to add to the fucking Gates McCoy gaming collection. If you guys don't know, it's growing tremendously. Just because I have 40-something Retro Gaming Store Buys and Finds videos uploaded, that doesn't mean I don't have hundreds of games sitting on the shelf, ready to go, bought and paid for. If you guys like what you've seen, subscribe, hit the like button. It's free. If you don't want to, who gives a shit? All the same, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more. Check out the playlist down below for all the other Retro Gaming Store Buys and Finds. I'm Gates McCoy. Till next time, later people.